I have a gift for you. My third book, The Intentional Designer, is out, and I want to give you access to read it. To get the digital copy for 1 month for free, go to www.designsuitecourses.com/intentional. Make sure and do the www. Because for some reason, that's the only way it will work. Anyway, this will get you free access to read the book for an entire month. If you love it, you can always go to Amazon and get the whole book plus the prompt journal. Welcome to the Make and Design podcast. I'm Carina Gardner, and today I really am going to dig into something that has been bothering me for a while, and I think you guys are going to understand this when you hear it. Have you, especially those of you who are teachers, you've had a kid ask you a question and you realize they're not even asking the right question? You know what they're trying to get at, but they're not asking the right question. This has been happening to me a lot recently in the University of Arts and Design and in Design Suite as people have been asking me questions. And what I've realized is they're not listening and they don't want to hear the simple truth about owning a business. So I thought I would tell you guys here, and if you feel like you might be one of these people, listen carefully, because here is the simple truth about business in general. First of all, it is consistency. It means you do the same thing over and over and over again to get results. And most people don't like that because what they want to do is test something once and have it give them a result, whether it worked or it didn't work. And that's just not the case, especially as designers, especially as online designers, whether we're selling stuff in an online shop physically or digitally. Until we've put several things up, we will not know whether it works or not. We just don't. And so we have to do that thing over and over and over again until we figure out what the problem is. Okay. And this is kind of when I started doing design boot camps, this is why I always started with the story of how I started my first design business, because the one thing I was good at was being consistent. And I was consistent and making no money for 10 months. And by my doing so, it was very, very helpful because it made me realize the problem wasn't my consistency. The problem was the platform I was on. And so a lot of times you guys are out there being like, I don't know, I haven't made any money yet. And it's been 2 hours, or it's been 2 weeks, or it's only been 3 months. I am telling you to do something for 6 months or a year and then see if the results change. And most of you haven't been consistent during that time. You haven't produced enough products during a single week and consistently over an entire year to know whether what you're doing is right or wrong, whether your style hits or not, whether you're on the right platform. So by simply being consistent, putting out a certain number of products every single week, this is how you are going to win. You guys, if you keep asking me, oh my gosh, I haven't done it yet, and then I hear the words, I've been doing it for 2 weeks, then you've got a problem. This is so simple, guys. It's so simple. It's called patience. And while my husband says I don't have a lot of patience, this is the one thing I am patient with. And that is having a long-term aspect of what I'm doing in my business. Now, it doesn't mean over a year, I hope and pray it's all going to work out. No. I am doing the work. I am actively doing the design work every single day to make this work. Recently, I have been designing again, and not just teaching, but like actually running my design businesses, but I only have a certain amount of time to do it. And I know a lot of you also have full-time jobs and kids at home and aging parents and all the things. And I'm going to tell you that despite that, I have already started to drum up consistency in my design business. And I only have basically Saturdays, and even those Saturdays aren't really mine because, you know, the last little bit I've been doing a lot of science fair with my kid and a bunch of other things. So what I'm telling you is business is simple, but most of us don't have the patience for it. If you don't have the patience for it, you're really going to have a rough time in this business. Now, for those of you who are patient, you're very consistent, then there's probably a second thing plaguing you that I say over and over and over again. And that is stay in your lane. Don't go look at a dozen and one things. If you have a shop that has crochet, cross stitch, fabric designs, PDF formatted printables, a planner in it, you have confused your customer so much they don't know if they should buy from you. Stay in your lane. That means do one thing, do it very well, and do it consistently over a long period of time. This is not crazy rocket science, guys. This is just the stuff you actually have to do to run a business. That most people don't believe me that this is it. This is being consistent. It's like the basics of business. Now, all the intricacies of business, yeah, that's the stuff we're doing in Design Suite. That's the stuff we're doing at the University of Arts and Design. But guys, there's some basic things here. When you say, I need guidance on starting my year, or I need guidance on, how to get started, you don't need me to one-on-one coach you. What you do need is to remember the coaching I've already given you, which I give a lot of free advice here on this podcast. And it is simple and straightforward, you guys. Be consistent and stay in your lane. Those things are important enough. I think they ended up on a t-shirt that my team has. Like, guys, be consistent and stay in your lane. This is not hard stuff. Business is actually very simple. It's just most people don't have the patience for it, which is why I see only designers usually in a program or getting education being consistent. Why? Because they're forced to, right? They're getting grades. They have community outreach. There's a lot of things writing on for them, so they're more likely to accomplish what they actually need to accomplish. And why so often you will get started. If you've never been in a program, you'll get started. You start doing it on your own, and then it all falls apart, right? Just all falls apart. That's what happens. Listen, business is not meant to be easy. But ironically, the day in and day out, it's pretty similar. It's doing the same things over and over and again, and figuring out, pivoting, adjusting, making sure that what you're doing makes sense, makes money, right? If we do those things, then we're able to win. So stick to the basics, guys. Those of you who are in my programs, this is nothing new for you. And by the way, I think both of these things end up in the Intentional Design Yearbook. If you haven't gotten your hands on that, you can get your hands on it on Amazon, or of course you can get a free digital version that you can read for a month by going to designsuitecourses.com/intentional. Listen, I've never made these things more clear than I have on all my free platforms, in lots of different medias that I talk on. Many of you have seen me talk in summits and other things about this. Guys, business is really, really simple. But most people are just unwilling to be patient to do the consistent thing every single day. Do it. Just do the work. Get in action. Start designing. Start posting those designs. And do it on a daily basis. And don't be all over the place. No crocheting and cross-stitching. You get to choose one. Choose one, stay in your lane, and you will find the path that you were meant to find.
Want to hang out more? Go to designsuitecourses.com/free to get our weekly freebies and patterns, die cut files, and more. Can't wait to see you there.